on salvage hunting. In Somerset, at Wookey Hole, Drew's off to the circus.
T, got your work boots.
It's back to school to teach the tricks of the trade.
So, what's it worth?
You can guess. I guessed the last one.
Oh, it's no guess.
At a country manor in Norfolk,
Wow.
he cuts straight to the chase.
100 quid.
You're joking.
No.
And on a visit to a remarkable shop, he meets a kindred spirit.
You've got more chairs than me.
Yeah, that's the first thing people needed in life.
Drew Pritchard is one of Britain's leading decorative salvage dealers.
Hello. So this is not open to the public, this then?
No.
Some fabulous pieces in here.
He scours the country in search of weird and wonderful objects.
That's amazing. Wow. I'm having a bit of a dance with her now. That's an antique.
In his hunt for treasure,
Here is our junk room.
Well, that's quite nice junk.
everything has its price.
100 quid.
You're joking.
No. 1,500. We'll have a deal.
OK.
And there's nothing he won't buy.
I quite like that.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
With help from his wife Rebecca and a team of renovators, he transforms thousands of items from junk to gems. At his showroom in Conwy, North Wales, architectural salvager Drew Pritchard is preparing to hit the road and hunt for more stock.
Lunch. We have 2 left, but they're the only ones we have now.
It's a never-ending search to find rare and unusual objects that will keep the team busy and his buyers happy. Drew and T are driving 240 miles to Wookey Hole, a small village near the cathedral city of Wells in Somerset. The village of Wookey Hole is best known for its legendary caves, which were formed by the River Axe and have a history of human occupation that goes back about 50,000 years.
We're on our travels today, T, and I have managed to secure us a meeting with Gerry Cottle at Wookey Hole.
Is it Cottle the circus?
Yeah, Gerry Cottle as in Cottle
wow.
Circus, yeah.
I mean, originally we were circus people. We travelled all over the country, travelled all over the world. We went to Hong Kong, Far East, Middle East, everywhere. And then about 10 years ago, we decided to settle down in a permanent place, and we bought Wookey Hole, which is a load of old mill buildings. And ever since we've been here, we've done nothing else but build. But it's a lovely place to be.
The Wookey Hole Entertainment Complex features a life-size dinosaur park, a circus museum, historic fairground artefacts, and loads of circus memorabilia.
You know, I do want to move things on. I hope he's got a big van, actually, and lots of money, yeah.
Oh, here it is. That's not a big hole in the ground.
Where's the cave? Perfect. Yes, yes, yes. This is gonna look. This looks excellent.
It would appear they have pirates.
It's got pirates.
Yes. Ghostly pirates, no less.
Hello,
How you doing?
Gerry. How you doing?
Nice
Good to see you.
Hello there.
Drew.
Hi, Gerry. T.
Hello,
How you
T.
doing?
All right.
Not what I expected.
No.
What did you expect? I didn't expect this. I thought Wookey Hole was like a cave in a field and there'd be a little
It did
car
if you go
park.
about half a mile up the road, but no, it's a massive big building. It's a fabulous building, yeah.
Wonderful.
We've
So
got
this is
everything.
where do we get into the place? I
Well,
can't
we'll
wait to
go
get
over
in
here.
there.
We'll go in the back way, all right.
Before taking Drew to see any items that might be for sale, Gerry is keen to show them around. Their first stop, the Circus Museum.
So, there's 7 wagons in here.
I love the anteater.
Yeah, I mean, it's very kind of mixed up
That's
in
it,
the
yeah.
history of it, yeah.
That's an odd one.
Yeah.
Wookie, anteater, lion, man.
That's a water churn escape, which you can try if you want.
If we could get tea in it, I would.
We've got a freak wagon there with
Yeah.
some weird and wonderful things. I wasn't sure it was the right thing to put in here.
Yeah, they
And,
must like that.
They
They've got to
love
like
it.
that.
They love it. I think these are the really genuine ones, these ones.
Yeah. That one I don't think's real.
You never know.
I'm not sure about that one. I think he's made up.
Next stop on the tour, the Penny Arcade.
Oh, is this all original stuff?
All original, yeah,
Wow.
and they all work. I mean, we have
Yes.
a job to keep up with them, but we do keep up.
Super. Oh, I love all this stuff. It's fantastic.
Yeah, no, I
You'll
think
see a
they-
lot of these. These
This
turn
is what
up
they
all
call
the
the
time.
all-wins, yeah.
These
They-
always turn
done
up.
up properly, they're worth money.
Yeah.
Yeah. Some of these are more interesting than others.
That's
quite a rare
great
machine.
looking.
Yeah. Anna, actually, that came from Anna.
Wow. Oh, I love that.
I think the popular ones are the penny pushers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I always loved those.
Yeah.
And of course, if you're surrounded by games in a penny arcade, you have to give one a go.
Old pennies.
The pennies, yes.
Thank you.
We did change it to, what do you call it, you know, replica things, but the people actually like the old
I like
pennies.
that. 1962. We used to put these on the railway track, didn't we, when we were kids?
These were only
got a better feel
2.5
to it.
pence each. You have a job to get them now. I want to buy a load more pennies, I tell you.
Right, hang on.
There's more pennies
Hope
in
it
a
works.
pound.
That's it, that's it. Yes. Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's it. We can
there you
move on
go.
now.
Always a winner.
So you want to look at some things that I might have for sale?
Ideally, yes. That's why we're
I
here.
haven't got a lot.
We've got a storeroom we can have a
I've
look
got
at.
a storeroom. It's in a terrible state, but we'll go and have a look.
Thank you.
Let's put this back in there.
Cheers, I'll have my lolly now.
That's all right.
On the way to the storage area, Drew and T find it hard to resist the Hall of Mirrors.
You don't need any lunch, do you?
Oh, yeah, look at that Johnny Longbody. That's great. Look at the size of my feet in that one. Turning up here now, sort of the game's changed for me. I don't really know what I'm going to find. What I'm hoping for now that I've had a quick, brief look round, started to look in some of the rooms with Gerry, is fairground stuff, to be honest with you. Gerry's been involved with that nearly all his working life, from what I can see, and his whole family is. So there might be some of that. T, enough, work. Come on, get out. Nothing can cure that. Get out. Work, we're busy.
Right, and this is the junk shop we're now going into. Be
Oh,
careful,
yes.
it's not
This
very
looks-
well lit, this first bit.
That's all right, this looks more like my type of place.
Does it keep going? I could have brought you there to start with. There's a machine on the left here, Drew, which we should really
Oh, the marionettes.
do it up. It's
Like Pelham puppets almost, aren't
they are Pelham puppets.
They are Pelham puppets.
Yeah, they are Pelham. It's meant to be worth a bit of money.
Now you're talking.
You're not getting excited, are you?
Yeah, oh, this is my natural environment.
There's a horse's head here off a film job. I'll show you another one in
That
there.
one there. Is it fiberglass one?
Fiberglass, yeah. You're not
I never have
interested
any
for-
luck with it.
No, okay.
Look at these, I haven't seen one of these in a while.
Yeah,
C5.
It is all there, I think. It probably won't start now, but we should have got it out ready for you. I think it does need somebody to look at it, really.
It does.
We need to get it out and clean it up a little bit.
C5.
Yeah. The three
The
wise
three
men,
kings, dinosaurs, and a motorbike.
Yeah.
It's headless dinosaur.
Did you have a client approaching you for a tall scuba diver?
Yes.
Well, oh no.
That's a teddy bear stuffing machine there.
A teddy bear
Oh, here you are.
stuffing
Oh, Drew, look.
Hey.
Your brother.
He's got more hair than me.
Has he? Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a big bugger, isn't he?
Do you want to buy him?
No.
Right, carry on down here.
Can't miss these, really.
What have we got?
See? Yeah.
Spin it round.
Watch the mirror. Yeah, you have to check that they are glass as well, aren't they? A lot
That's
of them- That's glass, yeah.
Yeah, no, that's glass. You can see.
A lot of them
actually.
have got the polished alloy.
Have they? Yes.
Yeah,
But
they're
there's a
not
definite
so-
difference.
Yeah.
These 3 glass circus mirrors were made by the London glassworks company T&W Ide in the 1950s. Their rarity means they could be worth £3,400.
Give us a clue, ballpark, if I bought the 3.
Couple of grand for the 3?
Can't go a couple of grand.
No.
Expert salvager Drew Pritchard is in the heart of Somerset at Wookey Hole, an entertainment complex owned by former circus showman Gerry Cottle.
Let's put this back in there.
Cheers, I'll have my lolly now.
In a storage area full of memorabilia, Drew has spotted 3 rare glass circus mirrors and wants to make a purchase. But Gerry's price may be too steep.
Can't go a couple of grand.
No.
If I said 1,400 quid.
It's 1,500 quid, £500 each, isn't it?
Yeah.
Aye,
1,500? We'll have a deal.
Okay.
Wonderful. Made the first purchase and exactly what I wanted. We managed to find some original fairground mirrors. So these are from a hall of mirrors or a room of mirrors or whatever. But these are original, so it's curved glass. These are hugely popular. They're very hard to get hold of and very desirable. Where's next?
Probably my office.
Oh, yes, please.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we've got
let's
the
go.
posters and some puppets I want to show you.
OK, cool, let's have a look.
This is my my office as such, but it's got a lot of odd bits and pieces around.
All this stuff up here.
There's
7
there's
dwarfs.
Snow White and the 7 dwarfs. And I've forgotten their names already.
I've got them in my office. Sleepy, dozy, useless, layabout. Yeah, we've got them all.
Oh, there's these tea shop signs, but you weren't very interested in enamels.
Some signs.
There's Brook Bond,
Bonds.
Daily Telegraph, a real heavy-duty enamel, penny, and
That's cheap. I'll have it for that. Look at those. Tea.
They'd be normal.
Got your work boots.
Yeah.
Having found nothing of interest in the office, it's out to a storage shed where Gerry keeps even more fairground memorabilia.
I saw you like your big signs, so these have been hanging there quite a long time. I mean, that's probably the nicest one, the first one.
This framed 20th century circus sign was once part of Gerry Cottle's touring circus. Preferred by collectors and designers in its unrestored state, it could fetch up to £400.
Don't know. Would you let it go?
Yeah, I'd let it go.
What do you want for it?
A couple hundred quid.
A couple £100. I'll tell you what, look, I'm not going to argue with over £200.
No.
Because there's a profit in there for us.
OK, can you give me that? All right.
Thank you very much.
No,
Yeah, no,
you're
we'll have
welcome.
that. Thank you very much.
Good.
One thing you'd expect to find in a circus would be a circus sign, and Gerry's family has always been associated with that. And surprise, surprise, we find one in one of the store sheds around the back. They're not a lot of money, but they're very saleable. They're cool. You know, if you've got a restaurant, hang it on the wall. You've got a club, whatever, hang it on the wall. And it's a bit of fun, and it's an original one with a little bit of history as well. Today's great. I really enjoyed today. It's a cracking day. This is a bit of a distance from the shop for us, but definitely worth the trip. All yours.
It's a very enjoyable day for me. I've got out of the office, forgotten all my responsibilities, and just wandered around with Drew and Tim, and I really enjoyed it.
Gerry, a pleasure.
I mean that.
Really was.
Cheers,
Thank you so
lovely.
much.
Great day
Enjoyed the
today.
day.
It's been
Thank you,
brilliant.
Steve. Thank
Thank
you.
All right, mate. See you.
All the best.
Good day was had by all.
Yeah, well, really genuinely nice bloke.
Wasn't he lovely? What a gentleman. Anyway, we've got a decent load, so let's get back up to Wales.
It's a 4-hour drive back to Conwy, and Drew is keen to show off the unique items he's bought from Gerry Cottle.
Okay, hello. Edzo, Bedzo.
Edzo.
Had a good day?
Yes. Yes, good trip. Very good trip. We went to Wookey Hole, and the guy Gerry Cottle, the very famous circus guy. Guess what that says?
Circus.
Yes. It's from the Cottle daughters. They had their own circus, so it's a pink circus sign.
Pink beyond pink. Really wacky. Fab, actually.
Oh, God.
Wow.
I hate these things. Look.
Oh!
Now you could be slim, Cassandra.
The wacky, wacky mirrors. My favourite from Wookey Hole, actually. Love them. Absolutely love them. Are they all the same?
No, they're
shape?
all three different.
Oh, great.
That's brilliant. Can we get a skinny one out now?
Yeah.
I don't think we've got a skinny mirror.
That is the skinny one,
That's
fancy.
the skinny mirror.
What do you think, Big? What do you think? Is it good?
Gavin goes to work on the circus sign by polishing it and removing the excess paint. And French polisher Alex has the task of getting the mirrors in tip-top shape. He begins by using a paint stripper to remove the many coats of finish that were applied over decades.
So now they're all smooth and the surface is ready, we can just start to colour them.
He has to add several layers of stain to achieve just the right colour. He then has to let the stain dry before adding the French polish. While Alex works on the mirrors, Drew and T are off to hunt down more treasure. They're travelling 260 miles south to the county of Dorset to visit a boarding school just outside the town of Shaftesbury.
It's unusual, you're heading in the direction of a school.
Yeah, never a place I wanted to go back to be honest with you.
Founded in 1945, St Mary's Shaftesbury is a Catholic school for girls, aged 11 to 18. The original building dates back to 1885, and at various points in its history was a hotel, a US Army hospital, and a convent.
Schools, for us, are excellent, particularly with the larger private schools.
Yeah.
They bought the best.
It's the bursars we normally end up dealing with, isn't it?
We're dealing with the bursar today, but as an aside, 2 of the girls are going to be dealing with us as well, because the money we spend today is going to go to charity.
My name's Louis Tewson. I'm the bursar here at St Mary's School in Shaftesbury. And this morning I'm joined by Rosie and Rosabelle, who are 2 of our upper 6 girls. This building has a lot of history, it has a lot of deep and dark corners where things have been deposited over the years. And maybe Drew can, dust some dust off there and see what he finds.
I've had a bit of practice. I've had a bit of practice haggling in the markets in Morocco and places. So, yeah, we'd say we're pretty confident.
How easily do your daughters get money out of you?
Easily.
There you go. You're knackered.
I know.
Here we go. Just sign it.
This is a pretty prestigious school, actually. Not too many kids here.
It's in a lovely area.
Yeah, it's very nice. That's a big building. This all bodes well. Big building means lots of furniture.
Very nice indeed.
Oh, yes.
Morning.
Morning, hello.
I'm
Nice to see you. Louis Tewson, I'm the
doing?
bursar here.
Lou, hi, how you
Hello,
doing?
Drew. Louis
Nice to
Tewson.
meet you.
These are 2 girls from the 6th hall.
Rosie, good to meet you.
Hi, Rosewell.
Rosabelle, hi, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you.
Right.
Oh, well, thanks for having us.
No, not at all.
Lead on.
Do come in.
Welcome.
Beautiful.
This is the sort of main reception hall of the original house,
Yeah.
1886, built by Mark Beaufoy. Let me take you through to the hall.
Please.
And there's some interesting areas through here.
Okay.
This is all part of the original house, but then from here onwards was added in 1911. And he actually did it for his daughter, for her 21st birthday, his daughter Hilda.
Whoa, wow. Yeah. Well, lucky Hilda.
So all of our girls clearly expect a similar standard of
At least you want to hold out for that.
Yeah.
Really.
You don't want to tell your girls about this?
No, I'm not telling my daughters about this, no, that's for sure. Wow, that's quite a 21st present. That's
not bad, is it?
Pretty extravagant, isn't it? I'd love to see some more. What else can we have a look at?
We'll go through the school and down to the chapel and have a
Okay,
look at that.
yeah, please.
So here we are in the chapel.
Wow.
It's a relatively late edition. It was 63, 64.
Yeah.
But done in keeping with the rest of the school.
Very unusual, the fresco on there.
It is, yeah. And the bits around the edge were done by one of our parents. And the faces in the angels are actually the faces of his daughters.
Oh, that's quite a thing to leave in a school, isn't it?
It's fantastic.
That's wonderful. So where to now, then? Where are we off to?
What I'll do now is take you to the undercroft. It's the cellar underneath this building.
Okay.
And that's where all of those things that have sort of been parked over the years are stored.
Schools are somewhere we go almost weekly. We get called into schools to have clearances, so I'd love to have a look. I know the sort of thing we're going to hopefully find, anyway.
Drew went to school weekly. Very weekly.
I did go to school weekly, yeah,
Very
not often. The school is really very, very beautiful, extremely original and in incredible condition. So my thoughts on going to where their storage pieces are, I'm thinking good things, to be honest with you, because everything else is spotless.
Okay, Drew, so this is what we call the undercroft.
Yeah.
So all of those things that we don't quite need anymore come to die.
Okay.
And potentially find another use in due course.
Yeah. So you've got all sorts, so it's plant chests, tables...
All sorts. Croquet.
Jacks, are they?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Jacks ones. They're always
Well, we've got
quite,
all 6. So we've got the original wooden balls here as well,
yeah,
actually.
you need the box and everything.
yeah,
you haven't got the box.
We haven't got the box.
OK, so what's through here, then?
Right,
What's this
so,
one?
yeah, if we go down on the left, and that's the next sort of cellar location down there.
OK. Ah, it's big.
It is big.
It is
it's
big.
It's a warren.
It's a whopper. Well, there's all sorts of stuff. Well, that there.
This solid oak American stand from the 1940s was used to hold a theodolite, an instrument used by engineers to measure angles. Because of its age and excellent condition, it has a value of up to £300.
So is this for sale? Would this be something you could sell this?
Yeah. I believe so. I don't think
Okay.
it has been used.
What would you like? What would you like for this then? What would be? How much would you like?
50.
Drew and T are in Dorset at St Mary's Shaftesbury with Bursar, Louis Tewson and 2 of the school's students.
Very not often. It's a whopper. All sorts of stuff. Well,
Drew has found a 1940s American theodolite stand and has asked the students to name their price.
how much would you like?
50.
That's pretty good.
Is that good?
That's good. That's good. That's more or less sort of bang on, really. I think to be fair with you, be fair with you, we'd pay £70 for it.
Okay.
I think that would be fair.
Okay.
You think?
Do that?
Is that all right? Is that fair?
Yeah. Easy.
Deal. There you go. I'm not going to be that soft on you all day.
Okay.
What we do with these is we buy them between 25 and 100 quid each, depending on quality and height of them and how complete they are. And then we put large theatre lights on those. So went in with the girls and they said, oh, 50 quid. And that's a little bit under, and it's going to charity, so we're happy to pay 70 for it, which is a really fair price for just one.
I like your direction of haggling, Drew. It's really good.
Well, I think it's best to be... It's easier just to go, well, actually, it's worth this. You know, it's 20 quid. It's neither here nor there, really. But it's... I'd rather do it that way. Have you got any old stools in here? You know, the old sort of lab stools?
We haven't.
You haven't, no, because they're always something... They're all used. That one's a bit too new. I was hoping to find sort of lots and lots of school stools or lamps or tables or something like that. There's none of it there. It's all in such good condition. They're still using it in the building.
Although there doesn't seem to be much here, Drew continues his search.
Need to get right to the back, really.
Finally, something captures his interest.
This painting, what's... Some religious paintings have got a value. Not sure about this one. I think it's too late.
This original religious oil painting was produced by an amateur artist in 1942. To the right buyer, it could be sold for up to £450.
I think the best thing about it is the size, and the colour is still really, really strong and vibrant in it, and it's got somebody's name and it's signed. What do you think? That was whispering. Is that what you're saying?
I think it's quite particular because people look for these sort of specific kind of images of the nativity scenes. And
Yeah. So, what's it worth?
I wouldn't have a clue. You can guess. I guessed the last one.
Oh, it's no guess. No, I've got to find
Okay,
it's
then
in
you
between
know.
guessing. I've got to work out what I can get for it and what I can pay for it, and then there's the profit margin in between.
Okay.
I think it's worth retail £450. So I would kick off at fairly close to where I'm going to end up, which is 225.
Okay.
So if we said
So I'm going to try and
250.
end up there. So 250,
yeah.
and that's good.
Yeah.
That's fine. That's fine. So 250?
250.
Deal?
Yeah.
Thank you
Thank
very
you.
much. There you go, raise up
Thank
some money,
you.
that's fine. Negotiation with the girls for me is quite easy because I've got 2 daughters, so I'm used to negotiating over nearly everything. So I can sell that now, add a decent profit and quickly. And they've got some money for the charity.
It's been fascinating, actually. The things that Drew's interested in are not quite what we expected. It's made a few pounds for charity, and now it's off to live a new life and hopefully give somebody some pleasure. So that's great.
Yeah, I think we've raised a nice amount of money for our charity. We had no idea at the beginning of the day as to whether we were going to sell anything. So it's been a huge success, I think.
It's back to base to Conway to show the team the rather small hall.
Hi, you all right?
Hello, hello. Are you okay?
Yes, good. We've just come back from that call down in Shaftesbury.
Oh, Ollie. Where's
Ollie.
Ollie?
Oh,
Ideal.
I've got you another one.
Just what we need.
But this one, it's a little bit better than the norm.
All right.
We found this in the cellar as well. So it's oil on canvas, signed.
Yeah.
Cassandra's now spitting, going, why have you bought this, aren't you?
It's different.
I think he suddenly thought, my daughters, charity, so his sort of emotional side, I think, took over.
Given them £20 more than they thought that was worth.
And
£250 for that.
Overall, financially, not a very good day. I mean, good for the charity, but not for our bank account.
A new day, and Drew and T are back on the road to follow up a fresh lead. They're driving 300 miles east across the county to Norfolk to visit a stately home in Tasburg, about 10 miles outside Norwich.
We're a long way away from home today, Drew.
We are. We're off to see a guy called Alistair Wilson at Rainthorpe Hall. This is a serious country house.
Rainthorpe Hall is a Grade 1 listed building that dates back to the 16th century. The house is notable for the wood carvings, medieval paintings, and rare stained glass added by owner Frederick Walpole in the 19th century.
So if you've got a big house, it's going to be full of furniture.
It's a big place, so, you know, who knows?
I've been told that Drew comes round and pokes his head in the attic and sees if there's any junk he wants to buy. I rather suspect he's not going to find very much, because if there's any junk worth having, we've probably brought it downstairs and are using it.
That is a fabulous house.
I think fabulous is an understatement.
That's wonderful. Very nice. Cool, let's get in. Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Drew. Hi.
Nice to meet you.
Alistair Wilson. Hello.
How you doing?
Hello.
Gobsmack.
Gobsmacking, I think, is what we need to say, really, as we come down the driveway here.
Are you hoping to fill that up, are you?
We're going to fill it right up, actually. We've got another 4 following us.
Yeah, right.
We're just going to make the place look really untidy with that one.
Yeah. All this house now is now ruined by this awful van parked outside.
Yeah, we try to discourage that sort of thing.
So, I'd love to look around.
Yeah,
I believe you've got some bits and bobs to get rid of.
Maybe.
Wow. That's quite an entranceway, isn't it?
It is.
What a hallway. There appears to be a fantastic collection of stained glass windows you've got in the house.
Yeah. I think they were all brought in by the Walpole chap who did the fireplaces and the panelling and things.
A lot of them are what we call medley windows.
Yes,
so they're
that's true.
pieces and fragments from other places. These are really quite something, actually. It's a wonderful, wonderful set. Probably Flemish. They don't look like they've been done by English craftsmen. You've got, I mean, he's great, isn't he? Look at that little sort of little demon's face there. That's wonderful.
That looks like you, actually.
It looks how I feel today. So, should we have a bit of a tour of the rest of the place then?
Yeah, sure. Come on.
It's up the stairs to see what else this historic house holds.
This is a wonderful room. This is where you live, really, in this room, I should imagine. Looks
yes,
like
quite a lot of the time, actually, yes.
Oh, it's fab. There's lots of nice things in here I'd like to buy. You can see all sorts of things. Particularly, I love the large mirrors you've got over there as well.
Fix the wall there.
Fix the wall, I know. Yeah, never easy to get rid of those, are they?
No.
That's a great piece of furniture, isn't it?
Yeah, it's quite sweet, isn't it? Yeah.
That's the sort of thing I'd be interested in buying.
Yeah, but have a word with Susie about that one.
All right, okay. You can tell when you talk to somebody and you go, when you say, oh, that's nice, and they go, yeah. you know that instantly that yeah is no. At the moment, I'm not seeing anything I'd want to buy, apart from one small painted desk upstairs, which isn't for sale. Oh, what a lovely room. They've got some wonderful bits and bobs here. It's a great collection, so it's been going on for years.
It's all junk. But,
well, I mean, it's isn't it all or is it? That's you know,
yeah.
It's a fine line.
Yeah, true.
I'm meant to be here buying things and just enjoying wandering around the house.
I found that in the stables.
You found that in the stables?
Yeah.
Really? That's the sort of thing most people don't find in their stable. So, the stables it is. That's where I want to go. Oh, well, these are lovely, aren't they?
I don't think there's a great deal here, though.
Well, you never know.
We'd
We'd like to have a poke
climb
around.
the stairs. Do you want to climb the stairs?
Yeah, what's up there?
Well, that's where I found that coat of arms.
What a fabulous stable.
Fabulous view of a stable.
Yeah. Chaff cutter.
Yep.
But that was fun getting that up here. Where's this from?
I don't know what that is.
This English carved crown was made from pine in the 1920s. Polished and mounted, it could fetch up to £300.
Was it for sale?
Yeah, I should think so, yeah.
What would you want for it?
You're the expert on this sort of thing.
100 quid.
You're joking.
No.
Really?
Yeah, max. Max.
That's
That's very, very... Why have I...
You got in too high there.
Yeah,
Gone
it's
too
a
high.
good thing you came up with the price first.
Yeah.
I'll take it. I'll take it cash in the pocket straight away.
Really? Sold?
Yep.
I'll
Okay,
take that,
you
thank
have
you.
that.
Yeah, no, super.
Blimey.
I like that.
Gosh.
It's actually really well carved, and it's a good size. It's almost like a life-size crown would be. Terrible condition, but great colour. Paid £100 for it, which probably seems a lot. It isn't really. Once it's all cleaned up, it's an extremely decorative item. So we'll polish that original paint that's on there, and then we'll make a small and very, very simple mount, so you can stand this up in your house somewhere, and it will sell like that. Okay, so we'll take this with us, shall we?
Yeah.
And carry on. I wouldn't mind a look in the stable we've looked.
Yeah, of course.
into.
Yep, there we go. There, yeah, absolutely.
God, look at this, T. This is a Triumph. I've never seen a push bike with the number plate still on.
Really?
No, I've not seen that. Not for me, though.
Nope.
I don't think you'd probably sell it, would you? I wouldn't.
No, I wouldn't actually, probably. I'd keep meaning to do it up. When I retire, I will. And right in front of you, there's an old ship's chair with wheels on it. Remember?
Yeah.
This teak sun lounger from the 1950s has a simple, elegant design that never seems to go out of style. Once fully restored, it could be sold for up to £750.
I mean, that's something I'd like to buy. I think it's worth, in that state, about 180 quid.
Yeah.
In that state.
Yeah, I think actually it's not going to help my overdraft.
Top salvager Drew Pritchard is just outside Norwich at Rainthorpe Hall, a stately home owned by serious collector Alistair Wilson.
I found that in the stables.
You found that in the stables?
Yeah.
Really?
Drew has spotted an elegant teak sun lounger from the 1950s.
Like that.
But will he be able to buy it?
One thing that I'm always looking for is what I call a bit of old world glamour. And that sun lounger that we found in the stables definitely was that. It's an age when, you know, you'd have a porter would bring you your beautiful teak sun lounger, you know, with a gin and tonic in the other hand. And that's what it sort of evokes when you look at it. Terrible condition, but it was complete. All the original bits that you need are there. So what do you think then? I'd increase the offer. It's not going to be a huge amount, but £250, you know, that can buy you a rather nice night out, can't it? I think
I'm going to keep it, actually. Yeah, I'm sorry.
Fair enough. I completely understand. That would be an easy seller, and there'd be a good profit left in it as well, once properly restored. But hey, he's going to keep it. And in some ways, I can't blame him. I think my offer was very good, very strong offer for it in that condition. But hey, you can't win them all. Right, you're all right with that?
Yeah.
Okay. We're going to get loaded up anyway, Alistair.
Okay.
Financially, today hasn't paid off. you know. We've got something interesting, though. And I saw another fabulous old English country house. That's what this job is about some days, you know. I get to go and wander around places like this. What can be wrong with that? Alistair, thank you so much for your time.
Great pleasure. Enjoyed
Pleasure
it.
meeting you.
Yeah,
Wonderful.
good. Thank you. Nice to meet you. Rather enjoyed it, actually. I like showing people around the house because there's some interesting things there. But I'm beginning to regret I didn't sell that chair to him, actually. 250 was a pretty good offer, actually. It was stupid of me to reject it, probably. But having said that, I'm quite glad I've still got it.
What a fabulous pad. Oh, if I had the money, I'd buy an Aston Martin just so I could drive up and down the drive, pretending I was James Bond.
But it's not back to base yet. While he's still in the area, Drew's hoping to turn around the trip financially, so he's taking the opportunity to see a dealer he's heard a great deal about and has always wanted to meet. It's only a short 30-mile trip south to the coastal village of Southwold in Suffolk. Located just north of the River Blythe, the town of Southwold was a busy fishing port until the end of the 19th century. Today, it's primarily a popular seaside resort.
We are off to see a guy called Tony Gearing, who runs a business called Puritan Values. Tony deals in the upper end of the arts and crafts antiques business.
Arts and crafts was an international design movement that flourished between the 1860s and 1930s. Because of its simple, elegant designs and superior craftsmanship, it remains extremely collectible.
Early on, I was really drawn to the arts and crafts movement. And, you know, it's maybe a bit of a passion that's turned into an obsession, they say, but no, I really love my work.
What I'm hoping is he's got overspill or bits he's bought into trade. That's really what we're going to have a look at. Tony.
Drew.
Hi.
Good to meet you, man.
And you.
How you doing? Nice to meet you, T. Welcome to the Dome here in Southwold.
We see why it's called this now.
Yeah, it's an Art Deco building. It was built in 1926.
Yeah.
It's the old drill hall. They had a big anti-aircraft gun in here. They'd roll out.
Really?
Come on in, guys. The water's fine.
Wow, so you got a bit of stock in then?
A little bit, yeah. Kind of managed to shoehorn most of it in. Wow. But you've got to have a bit for everyone, haven't you? Those designers who did sort of the one-off commissions, that's where the big money pieces are. And the commercial side of it, who are all influenced by these important designers and architects of the period, is still buyable, you know? Get
Very
it in
viable.
you know?
What I like about it is you can literally wander around an antique fair or junk shop and find the odd bit. You know, I found a Liberty book stand for £8 this year.
Wicked.
With the Liberty, you know, with the label on.
Well, that's worth £8.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's something I can't take my eyes off. That.
Agent for Liberty. Well, I supplied Liberty for, well, I've been supplying them for 23 years.
So I've got to ask, I don't suppose that's for sale, is it?
No.
No. I knew that was coming before I even asked.
Not for sale. He loves it too much. That's probably the one thing that's not for sale.
I've known about Tony's place for years and sort of watched online what he was doing. And when I get here, my first impression is it's better than I thought it was.
See, that's lovely. Yeah. Fantastic.
The quality, the variation, the history, and literally the designer names stacked on top of each other is something to behold.
I mean, look at that. Fantastic.
Absolutely.
What a thing. Look, see there? What amazing design, isn't it?
Incredible.
Who's the designer of this one?
Goldwyn. The man.
The master.
The godfather of the modern movement.
This 1870s swivel armchair was designed by Edward William Godwin. He was a formidable architect as well as a designer and drew much of his inspiration from Japan.
So what would something like this cost you today?
I'd take about 6,000 for that. That's where I'd want to be with that.
6,000, you know, and that's important because of the purity of it. It's not often I'm overwhelmed by something, but here I am a bit, to be honest with you, because I'm going, oh yeah, God, look at that. I've seen something like that, but that's way better. That, I think, is the common denominator here, is everything is the best of the breed. And that's really where Tony's niche is. So really, today is a pleasure to be here and learn. I'm the pupil today.
So this is the workshop. This is where it all happens, where we try not to do anything except keep it original.
Oh, hello. Look at that. Lovely. You don't see many of them of that, do you?
No, you don't. Dante Gabriel Rossetti for Morris & Co. 3-seater settee.
That's such an interesting piece, because this came from a range of chairs that Morris and his friend
That's right,
designed, didn't they?
The Sussex range, exactly.
Tony is a specialist in the arts and crafts movement, the aesthetic. So what I'm going to try and find today is something that he's bought in with a bit of profit in it, maybe, or has come as a part exchange, or just something that maybe is more me.
With everything on the ground floor very rare and pricey, it's up to the second floor, where Tony keeps his more affordable stock.
You've got more chairs than me, and that does, I have to be honest,
It's quite rare.
that I've not seen anybody else with more chairs than me.
Yeah, that's the first thing people need in life, something to sit on.
I always say, don't I, want to make some money, bums on seats.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yay.
So we're upstairs in the sort of chair warehouse, and as well as all this fabulous arts and crafts and Art Nouveau furniture he has up here, he's got some modernist design as well, which I've sort of picking up on in the last few years and enjoying and liking and dealing in again.
There's the old Charles and Ray Eames.
These are the ones, this is one I was looking at from down there.
This leather chair from the 1950s was designed by Charles and Ray Eames, an American husband and wife team whose designs are greatly valued for their originality and simplicity. This chair could be sold for up to £900.
What's it worth today? What would it cost?
Well, it's priced in the shop. I've got $795 on it, which I think is no money at all anyway. But I mean, to you today, 600 quid.
600 quid. Can we get it down?
Yeah,
Let's have a quick better look at it. These, everybody knows one. You don't really need to say to somebody that's by Eames, or doesn't really need a maker's mark on it or whatever. And this is a good early one, and it's in that condition which I love, which is utterly unrestored from the day it was made, and it's still usable, and the patina and the where it's picked up just add to it. They just make it better. All right. I'll tell you what, I'm going to take that.
Mate, thanks very much.
Very nice. And it is, I've got several of my clients who will appreciate it, and that's nice.
Brilliant.
I can enjoy it and make a little bit of money on it as well. Chairs a go-go.
Have a look-see.
Very nice. This is sort of heaven for me, really. I'm around things that I love, I'm learning an awful lot, and I'm managing to buy things.
A bit funky, isn't it?
It's a bit funky.
It's a bit sort of Richard Rimmerschmidt.
This mid-1950s cafe chair was made by Liberty's, the famous London department store, which specialises in luxury goods. Its simple modern style could make it worth £130.
Not sure about just one of that one.
80 quid.
80 quid. Oh, don't.
Get it in his hands. Get it bought.
Bloody hell. Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh. Look at that. Lovely. Yes, sold.
Nice one, mate. Thanks very much.
Fabulous design. He sort of picked up exactly what I like, and he's showing me that. £80, we'll give it a wax. We'll try and get £150 for it. Just a good, small piece of furniture. And every now and again, I like to give people something very affordable. Good design at an affordable price. An awful lot like the arts and crafts movement. He's now said, let's go and have a look at his warehouses and lockups. Perfect. That is where the very buyable stuff, I should think, will be.
Right, just pull that door right open.
Pull it right open, T, if you can, please. So what, you know what I'm looking for, don't you now? You've got sort of a rough idea what we're on about. OK, next one. Okay. No. Next one.
Welcome to the Love Shack.
I'm slightly scared when you said that.
Now, what we're thinking of over here is these tub chairs up there.
Too new.
What about all these old car registration signs?
It seems there's nothing for Drew inside the storage sheds. But just before they call it quits, something catches Drew's expert eye.
Good, we did the whole lot in about 10 minutes. What are they?
Barrel holders.
God, they'd make cracking coffee tables.
Wouldn't they just?
Wouldn't they?
These steel keg holders would have been used in the storage and transportation of barrels. Cleaned and polished, they could be utilised as bases for a variety of coffee tables.
20 quid a lump. Have the lot.
20 quid a lump.
20 quid a lump.
It's quite low for a coffee table, though, isn't it?
Well, you don't want a high coffee
Japanese,
table.
man. It's all
That's
Japanese
called
now.
dining table.
Yeah.
There's a difference. There's a subtle difference.
But coffee
20
table,
inches.
I'll take 4.
Take 4 of them.
Take 4 of them. And I'll give those a go.
Nice one.
Get Gav to polish them up. Nice glass top. Wallop.
Bomb, you know where the rest are?
Yeah, lovely. We'll give those a try.
I'll come and get them now.
Lovely, yeah. Last purchase of the day with Tony, got to be honest, a bit of a strange one. They're racks for putting barrels on, you know, so they don't roll off. So they've got this sort of curved top and bottom. Look just like a really cool coffee table base. So we bought 4 for 20 quid each. Brilliant. Get Gavin to go over them. Bit of glass on top, bit of marble, bit of wood. Sold. I mean, just a nice little thing. We're going to be able to punt quickly.
It's the last thing in the world, I'd have thought. You know, anyone to buy, but, oh, well, you know, wicked.
Some days in the antiques business are top days, very good days. Today, I learned loads, saw beautiful things, and bought a bit and met Tony properly. All in all, an excellent day. And there'll be a bit of profit left in it for us, I'm sure. Tony, a pleasure.
Drew,
A
magic,
pleasure.
mate.
Really,
Magic moments.
really good.
Tea.
Thank you very much.
All the very best, man.
Thank you very
Cheers.
much. Good luck with this. Amazing.
Thanks very much, mate.
Take care, guys.
Have fun. Safe journey.
Drew and T head back to Conwy with a truck full of valuables. And once back at base, Drew is keen to show off the best of the lot.
This was my favourite purchase of the day. This is a Charles and Ray Eames desk chair. An early one. Look at the shape. Look at that. Superb.
And to top off a great day, the carnival mirrors that Drew bought at Wookey Hole are ready for inspection.
Yeah, these have come out really well. That's the finish they would have had when they were new. Would have been actually a little bit glossier than that, but generally they now look very smart. And then this piece has come out really well. It's done a good job.